Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a special one. The last couple of weeks, I must say that the situation in this country has been heartbreaking. It has been such a sad time for all of us to see how injustice is carried out. And I wanted to make this video as a show of support. I know this is only makeup and it's not anything important, and it's not like I'm changing any laws or making anything bringing anything extraordinary to the table. But I thought that maybe by doing a video and showing how I support black owned companies, that I would put like a little grain of salt, my little grain of salt, into trying to say that, we're all equal. When are we going to start treating each other with respect? And when are we going to stop, associating and picking on people because of the color of their skin or their religion or anything else? We need to learn how to live together, how to respect each other, how to treat others how we want to be treated. So I don't want to sit here on my soapbox, and I don't want this to be a drama channel. I don't want this to be a political channel, but I just wanted to know that what has been happening in the last couple of weeks has been heartbreaking. So I'm going to use, this is nothing new. I already owned all of these brands. So let's get started. So I already put a little bit of primer on, and I did have a deluxe size sample of Fenty primer. So I already have that on my face, because sometimes I like to let my primer sit on my face for a little while before a few minutes before I put on my foundation. And I'm going to use this foundation, UOMA, and I've owned this for a while. I reviewed this one before on my channel sometime last year. I don't use it super often because it's very, very full coverage, but I am going to use it today. It is a pretty foundation. It really does leave your skin looking beautiful, but it's very full coverage. So I'm going to try to go lightly, and then I'll add more if I need it. I'm going to use a sponge so that it disperses a little better. And it, sometimes when it's full coverage and you use a brush, it really makes it full coverage. So by using a sponge, I think it makes it look like a little more natural, and also you get to eat it. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope every one of you is safe and healthy. And yeah, I have a lot of nice makeup that is by Latin owned women, black owned makeup. When I purchase makeup, I don't look to see with the color of the skin that the person that makes it. If it's something I like, I purchase it. And I do love supporting smaller brands and indie brands. So if you can see, this foundation looks very, very pretty. Now I do have a Pat McGrath concealer, but I thought I had a blush by Juvia's Place, but I couldn't find it. I'm going to put just a tiny bit more on my cheeks. So I'm going to use one of her shadows for one of the Juvia's Place eyeshadows as a blush. So I'm going to try to use a Juvia's Place concealer that I have, but it's very, very light. So I may have to mix it with a Pat McGrath because it's super white. That's why I don't think I've ever used it. I use it as an eye primer. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I use it as an eye primer instead of a concealer, because it's way too light for me. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use the Pat McGrath for concealer, which is also a little light, but not as light as the Juvia's Place. That one was, whoa, I really was off on that. Where's the brush I brought for that? I have the worst dark circles today. See, it's pretty light, but wait till you see the other one on my eyelid. That one is really, really, really light. And this concealer, the Pat McGrath concealer, is new to my collection. Actually, this is the first time I use it. I've heard a lot of great things about it, but I couldn't tell you because, like I said, this is the first time I use it. Okay, the powder that I'm going to use for my under eyes is also from Pat McGrath, and this is also new to my collection. This is the first time that I use it, so again, I can't tell you how, if I like it or not. I will be able to tell you probably by, the next month or so. Okay, that mirror is way too small. I'm just going to take a little bit to do my under eyes. And I got the one that is translucent. They have like 3 different shades, but I didn't want anything that was going to make my under eyes darker, so I just got the translucent one. Okay, for powder, I am going to use for all over my face powder, I'm going to use Fenty Beauty. And this is one of my favorite face powders. It really is nice, and I think that I'll look in a second, but I believe the shade is Butter or Cupcake, one of those two. Okay, the shade is Butter. And I've had this for a while and I still have a lot. I mean, it's not the only one that I use, but it does go, a little bit goes a long way. For bronzer, I'm going to use from Beauty Bakery this palette here that is called Coffee and Cocoa. And I purchased this through Ipsy when they have the sale, so you can purchase. And I think I got it for like $12 or something like that. And this is a pretty expensive palette, guys. This is, I think it's like 30 something at Ulta. So this was definitely a very, very good buy. Some of the shades are a little dark for me, but actually this one there that will probably work as a blush. So if I use the Fenty, Juvia's Place is one of my favorite for shadows. But I use it more often than this other brand that I'm going to use for my eyeshadows. Okay, I'm going to do my blush and my highlighter after I do my eyes. So here's my Juvia's Place concealer, and as you can see, you'll see how light it is. I was way off. It has a huge doll foot applicator too. It almost looks like something that you would use on your face for highlighter. So if you can see, it's very, very, very light. So I really can't wear it as a concealer because it, it's super white. Alright, so the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use is from Raine. And I do love the Raine eyeshadows. They're gorgeous. This palette is Queen of Hearts. I also own Cheers to the Beauty, which is this one right here. And is this a matte shade? No, it's not matte. But I'm going to use this color right here actually to set my my eyes. And I own a couple of more palettes by them. I really do enjoy the quality of their eyeshadows. So I'm going to start with this color right here on my crease. And it is called Princess. I'm going to create a quick look so that this video is not that long. So guys, on a happier note, last weekend my husband and I went to Titusville, Florida. That's right by the Cape Canaveral, and we went to go see the space shuttle launch, and that was so much fun. This is the first time that I have ever been that close to it. I've always watched it on TV, but I have never seen it like that, and it was so nice. He is sad because he took the kids that were supposed to launch on Thursday, I think it was, or Wednesday of last week. And he took the two younger grandkids and my dad to go see it. I had to work, so I couldn't go. So then they had to scrub the launch because of the weather. So then they said they were going to do it again on Saturday. So I told them, I said, why don't we, you and I go. I don't work on Fridays. So we left Friday after my sister picked up my dad. And we spent the night. And we saw the launch, and that was so nice. I really loved seeing that. So I'm going to use this one here now that is like a taupe, and it's for the there we go, for the center of my lid. I'm going to try a brush first, and if that doesn't work, then I'll go ahead and use my finger. I'm going to try my finger. And the traffic was so bad on the way back home because it took us like maybe, I don't know, like 3 hours to get there. And on the way back, it took us like 6 hours. Traffic was horrible. But we had so much fun. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the first shade that I used. And I'm going to take this brown one right here and just make it a little darker on the outer V. Get another brush. And this darker shade now is called Duchess. And the taupey one on my lid is called Royal Highness. I love to see eyeshadow or makeup brands that have pretty names for their eyeshadows. This one is called Crown, Royal Duchess, Your Majesty, Princess, Empress, Queen Mother, Heir, Royal Prerogative, Noblewoman, Ladyship, Duchess, and Dethrone. I'm going to take the first brush that I was using with a lighter color and kind of just blend everything in. Okay, and then the brush that I use for the For the outer V, I'm just going to take whatever is left on that brush and bring it into my lower lash line. Okay, I'm going to take this color right here, which is, it's like a dual chrome. I don't know if you can see, hold on, I put it in a place you can't see it. And put it in my inner corner. Just to brighten this up a little bit. I don't have a brow pencil, so I'm going to use my Maybelline one. Okay guys, so the pencil that I use is the Maybelline Ultra Slim, and it's in brunette, I believe. So I am going to take my powder brush and just make sure that everything is off my face. Okay, I'm going to put mascara on, and I'm going to use, this is not a black owned company, I don't think. This is Blink, and this is the lash primer. But the mascara I'm using is a sample size from Pat McGrath, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so these are my lashes with the Pat McGrath mascara, and I think it does a great job. It has a kind of a brush that I like. The nice and thick ones. Those seem to give more volume to my lashes. And like I said, I have never heard of this brand before. I got this in a box, and I can't remember which box it was. The Blink Black Lash Primer, and it's really nice because it almost looks like a black mascara when you put it on. But look at the brush. It does a great job of separating your lashes. So I really do like this, and it does a nice job. So I like the way that my lashes look with both of these. So I think this is all I am doing for my eyes. I am going to use this as my blush also. I'm going to go in a little bit with this color right here, very lightly, because it looks like it's very pigmented. And yeah, this can go wrong really quick. That one is called La Vida Mocha. And the bronzer that I use is called Deja Brew. Because I guess it's the coffee and cocoa palette. So this is pretty. I like it. I mean, it's very pigmented. You have to just use a little bit. Okay, and for highlighter, I'm going to use a Fenty highlighter, and this is a cream highlighter. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do it, put it on my finger, because I'm trying not to lift. Yeah, this is working. Not to lift the foundation. Let me get a small buffing brush. I'll use this. Let me see if I can just swipe it. I wish that these were as soft as the Milk one. The Milk ones, you can swipe right over powder and foundation, and they look beautiful. This is a little drier formula, so you have to be very careful, because I have a hard time spreading it once I have it on. See, it's like it's not spreading very well. Yeah, I love her, and I do have some, and I should have brought the powder highlighters, but I found that one first, and that's the one I brought. Okay, so now for lips, I don't have a lip liner, so I'm going to use this NYX one. It takes me forever to line my lips because my lips are not symmetrical on both sides. So, okay, and I'm going to be using a pen McGrath, and this is one that was, I think it was like a special edition during Christmas, and I did get it on sale. And I will list the shade below because I can't read it, so, but it's really pretty. It's one of her matte formulas, and I really do like her lipsticks. So this is the final look. I didn't have a setting spray. Let me move you back. I didn't have a setting spray that was bought from a black owned company. I think I need to go over my cheeks with a little bit of powder. They look a little bright to me. That ooh, wow, that blush was intense. Okay, so this is my finished look. I hope that you like it. Once again, guys, my prayers are with this country. I wasn't born in this country, but I am a citizen and I love this country. And I just wish that everyone would just learn to just respect each other. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment, and I'll be able, I'd love to chat back and forth with you, and I will see you on my next one. Love you. Bye. Mwah.